Safety precautions. Select a communication mode. Installation tools. Personal protective equipment. Installation process. Appearance. Check that the packaging is intact and that the SUN2000 model is correct. Take out the fittings and save them for later use. SUN2000 appearance and port layout. Determining the installation position. Installation environment and position requirements for the SUN2000. The SUN2000 must be installed vertically or at a maximum backward tilt of 15 degrees when it is mounted on a wall or a standard support. Space requirements for wall-mounted installation. In a wall-mounted installation scenario, select a sheltered place or build an awning. Installation modes for multiple SUN2000s. The space requirements for support-mounted installation and wall-mounted installation are the same. Installing the SUN2000. Remove the security Torx wrench and save it for later use. Determine the hole positions for the mounting bracket and mark them for drilling. Drill holes using a hammer drill. Align the mounting bracket with the holes and secure it using bolt assemblies. Mount the SUN2000 onto the bracket. Tighten the anti-theft screws on the SUN2000 and the mounting bracket. Connecting the AC power cable. Check that both DC switches are set to off. Crimp the OT terminals using hydraulic pliers. Connecting the PE cable. Loosen the two screws on the maintenance compartment door. Open the door and install the support bar. Remove the cover and hang it on the hook of the door. Route the cable through the sealing nut and then through the rubber liner. Remove an appropriate length of the jacket and insulation layer from the AC output power cable. Connect the AC output power cable. Tighten the sealing nut. Connecting the DC power cable. Crimp the positive and negative metal contacts onto the positive and negative cables respectively. Insert the contacts into the corresponding positive and negative connectors. Tighten the screws for connectors using removal wrenches. Measure the voltage between the positive and negative connectors. Remove the dustproof caps and insert the connectors into the corresponding positive and negative DC input terminals. Connecting the DC power cable. Crimp the positive and negative metal contacts onto the positive and negative cables respectively. Insert the contacts into the corresponding positive and negative connectors. Tighten the screws for connectors using removal wrenches. Measure the voltage between the positive and negative connectors. Remove the dustproof caps and insert the connectors into the corresponding positive and negative DC input terminals. Connecting the communications cable. Loosen the sealing nut. Route the communications cable through the cable gland. Strip an appropriate length of the communications cable. Connect the cable to the terminal base. Connect the terminal base to the terminal block. Bundle the cable. Tighten the sealing nut and seal the cable gland. Connecting the communications cable. Loosen the sealing nut. Route the communications cable through the cable gland. Insert the connector into the RJ45 network port. Bundle the cable. Tighten the sealing nut and seal the cable gland. Connecting the power cable of the tracking system. Loosen the sealing nut. Remove an appropriate length of the jacket and insulation layer from the power cable of the tracking system. Route the power cable of the tracking system through the cable gland. Bundle the power cable. Verifying the installation. Check that a SUN2000 is installed properly. Check that both DC switches are set to off. Check that the AC switch between the SUN2000 and the power grid is set to off. Check that all ground cables are connected securely. Check that all AC output power cables are connected correctly and securely. Check that all DC input power cables are connected correctly and securely. Check that all communication cables are connected correctly and securely. Check that all cable glands in use at the bottom of the enclosure are sealed. Check that the AC terminal cover is reinstalled. Check that the maintenance compartment door is closed and its screws are tightened. Check that idle DC input terminals are plugged with sealing caps. Check that idle USB ports are plugged with waterproof bolts. Check that idle cable glands are plugged with waterproof bolts and that sealing nuts are tightened. Powering on the system. Turn on the AC switch between the SUN2000 and the power grid. Set the DC switches on the SUN2000 to the on position. Connect the SUN2000 to your mobile phone over Bluetooth or USB. Enable Bluetooth connectivity on your phone. Download and install the SUN2000 app. Log into the app and set parameters.